Hello, everybody. My name is Sick and Tired. Welcome to my channel. It's good that I'm all fiery right now because what I will be talking about today, I went on to Reddit and found very specific posts that describes my mother and some of the issues that I have with her. Now, I didn't do everything about her that annoys me because if I did, we would be here for days. So what I did was I grabbed the most recent in my mind that irritated me, and I thought we're going to read some posts from some other people that have issues with their parents like I do, and maybe you can relate as well. So like I always say, don't forget to make your voices heard in the comments down below. I have a feeling people are gonna have a lot to say. So annoying thing number one, having a parent that just won't stop talking. Does anyone else have a parent like this? My mother can't be in the same area with someone without speaking to them. If you want any sort of quiet, you actually have to create a physical barrier between her and yourself. I don't mean a small barrier like headphones. I mean like a wall or door of some sort. It makes me pissed at her because in my opinion, people like this are selfish. All they are thinking about is their comfort and disregarding that the other person, the introvert, isn't necessarily comfortable. Each interaction with her, I feel totally drained and I almost feel resentful because I feel like she constantly is sucking my energy away from me. So I am incredibly introverted and my mom is not. Now, I don't feel like my mom does this on purpose to irritate me. I think she just naturally talks a lot. We've got a few comments here from people that it's in the same vein as this horrible issue I'm having. Same for me. I can't stand it. I dislike talking for the sake of filling space. My mother talks constantly about inane things or talks during TV shows, insists on narrating every thought in her head, and states the most obvious things. She simply cannot stop talking. And when I try to have a meaningful conversation, she changes tack and tells me a random thing about her life again. What her neighbor's healthcare situation is, how she won a scratch ticket 2 months ago, that it's cloudy outside. If I'm sitting there with her and can clearly see it myself. I could have wrote this, to be honest, but one thing that they said here that sticks out for me, yes, my mom constantly talks during TV shows. And they could be shows that we haven't even seen. So we'll put something on, like Squid Game, you know? She hadn't seen it, we watched it, and she just talks through the whole thing. It's usually negative too. It's usually like how dumb this person's decision is, or how stupid this is, or how goofy, or how this would never happen. And it's like, well, no shit, it's a TV show. But she just can't stop talking. The thing too is that my mom literally cannot stay quiet and has to fill all space with noise. And what I mean by that is that if nobody is talking, or if it's quiet or whatever, my mom will clear her throat really loud. Or she'll be like, do, 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 la, 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 la. Like she literally can't stop making noise. And I was actually sitting with my daughter and talking to her while my mom was visiting. And while we were talking, because my mom wasn't a part of the conversation, she was like coming up to us and she's like whistling. And then she's like, like she's just making noise. Everything everyone else already said for attention. My mom will also be doing things really loud if people are having a conversation and she's not included. And she'll just interrupt with a strange announcement that has zero context. There you go. Me too. My mom will read billboards or comment on whatever thought pops into her head about the passing scenery. Silent moments are rare and fleeting. We could be out driving and my mom will read everything she sees. And she'll do it in a stupid voice. Burger King! Come in and try this. 99 cents. Goodwill. Element Spa. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose my mind. Complaint number 2. My mom never closes the door when she is on the toilet. Does this happen to anyone else? I'm a 24-year-old male, and I have only recently realized how abnormal and abusive my mom is, but I'll save most of the details for another post. This is my first post. I've been looking on this subreddit for a few weeks now, but I haven't been able to find an answer for the question I'm looking for. It's because it's very weird and specific. Out of all the horrible, manipulative, selfish, abusive things that she does, there is one thing that I just can't understand. Whenever she goes to the toilet, she never shuts the door. So every day I walk past the bathroom and see her on the toilet multiple times. Sometimes I have to see her wiping her ass, which is disgusting. Every time this happens, I ask her to close the door in the future. She tries to use her memory problems as an excuse for why she does some of the abusive things, but I know that's a lie. Yeah, I mean, this just feels so crass talking about. I would never leave the door open to use the restroom with anybody except my husband. Me and him, it's not such a big deal. I mean, he's seen me give birth. There's really nothing left to shock him. But with my daughter, absolutely not. Whenever she uses the potty, she's taking a shower, that's your private bathroom time, and nobody else should be in there with you. And if for some reason you do need someone, yes, I will be there to help you. But she does not go to the bathroom with the door open. Me and my husband never would go to the bathroom with the door open with our daughter there. This is probably, I'd say, split, because I do know that there are a lot of families that don't close the door. And I don't think there's anything really wrong with it. But when there is somebody that is vocally uncomfortable with it, I would hope that you would just take their feelings into consideration. But my mom doesn't. She goes to the bathroom with the door open. She's very loud. It's very gross. And she talks about it, and she tells me what it looks like and how it went. And when she wipes herself, she throws it in the trash can and she doesn't cover it. I don't know. It's really gross bathroom manners to me. Yeah, I actually didn't realize that families close their bathroom doors until I was at least in my teens. I thought you only did that when company was over. Yeah, same. Yes, my in-mother has always done this. I remember growing up that doors were hardly ever closed, except my father closed the door when he was in the bathroom. Same. And my dad never uses the bathroom with the door open. He always closes the door. If I wanted to close my bedroom door, then I was assumed to be hiding something. Even when my mom comes over to my house, she doesn't shut the bathroom door. I hate it so much. You know what? I didn't really think about that. But yeah, I would close my bedroom door too, but my mom would barge in every now and then and leave the door open when she never shut the door when she would go out. Yes, my mom did this when I used to live at home, among other things, such as walking around naked just before I was expecting a friend over, coming into the bathroom when I was in the shower, and finding other excuses to flaunt her nakedness in our faces or abuse our privacy. Yes! Oh my gosh, yes! I saved this for a reason, but I had forgotten about it. My mom also walks around naked all the time, and she always did too. Even when I was little, I would be in the shower and she'd come in and go to the bathroom with me when I was taking a shower. I don't get it. So Mr. Wonderful here says it's a supernatural thing. Also, if your shit smells so hard that it floods the whole apartment, probably something wrong with your diet. Personally, I don't even close the door when close friends are over. Had some of the best conversations taking a dump. This guy's just gross. Yes, also female friends, not only dude talk. Bullshit. No pun intended. I don't believe you at all. Friends that are girls, I don't believe that they're doing that. He's a liar. And if you do, you have a very, very close friendship. This poor innocent girl comes in just to say, and she got downvoted too, which probably by this asshole. Is that just a common thing people do? Going to the bathroom with the door open like that, I mean? Innocuous question, right? Should just be a yes or no, or maybe, or depend on your family. But again, Mr. Nice Guy comes in and says, oh no, my mother feels comfortable when I am home alone with her. If it bothers you, tell her, and don't be a bitch about it on the internet. It's called communication. You see, the thing is here, asshat, our in-parents don't give two shits about our communication. We could scream to them till we're blue in the face, and they don't care if it makes us uncomfortable. All that matters is their comfort. So fuck off. Complaint number 3. Does your mom show up to your house unexpectedly? Oh boy, does she! Do you care if your mom shows up uninvited? My mom does this several times, and the times I've tried to set a boundary, she got all pissy and didn't talk to me for several days. I don't mind if she comes over, it's just that she doesn't even give me a heads up that she's on her way. Some days, I'm just not in a talkative mood. Some days, maybe my husband and I just aren't having a good day. Some days, I just don't have time for her drama. Long story. But this last time, she shot back and told me,
I'm your mom. I don't have to ask to come over.
Out of respect for my husband, I just try to at least ask my mom to let me know when she comes, but she never does. Has anyone dealt with a mom like this? There's a long, complicated backstory, but whenever she comes, she brings sadness and negativity with her. And after years of me having to deal with it, I just want my home to be my peace. And half the time she comes over, the entire mood just changes. I too have to deal with this. And yes, whenever you try to talk about it or set boundaries, she gets all pissy, just like you said. My mom has said before, not exactly, but in so many words, insinuating that she is my mom and she is allowed to come to my house when she wants. Also, my mom doesn't ask if she can come over. She just says,
hey, I'll be here on this date, so, don't make any plans.
But like you said, you would think that out of respect for your spouse, they would ask if they can come over. This person says, it's not a big ask to have her call ahead. Did you not read the beginning where she said, I've tried to set boundaries and she got all pissed off? Another person says, you are not responsible for her feelings. And that is true. But the thing with my mom, I'm not so much worried about hurting her feelings as I am about her holding it over my head for the rest of our lives. If I told my mom, hey, look, you need to stop coming over so much. And when you do, you need to ask. My mom is so hypersensitive. She would hold that over my head forever. Even after we maybe have talked about it and made up, forever she'd be like,
is it okay if I come out? I don't want to upset you.
She's very passive aggressive. And you might be thinking, who cares? Let her be. And I mean, yeah, I get that. I don't want my husband to have to worry about this stuff. If it was the other way around and it was my in-laws that were constantly just coming over, I would tell him that he has to say something. My husband is really nice and he hasn't done that to me, and he knows how hard it is for me to express myself. I'll take any advice I can get, but I have a feeling it's got to be one of those things that it's like a band-aid. You just got to rip it off. She said it so perfectly. I just want my home to be mine. I want it to be peaceful, and I don't want to have to worry about my loud mother that never shuts up, who poops with the door open, who doesn't give me any space, dropping in whenever she wants to for like 3 or 4 days. Complaint number 4? Does anyone else have a mother that constantly criticizes everything you do? That's my mother. I'm almost 32 years old, and every time I see her, she criticizes everything. From the way I clean at home, to the way I do something wrong, according to her, to what I wear, how much I eat. I may be 15 to 10 not American pounds overweight, and have always struggled a little with this. As long as I can remember, she has always said things like,
you would look so beautiful if you could just lose this or that.
And while maybe I could, it hurts. Oh God, my mom has verbatim said that to me. It's been like this my whole life, and she can't understand why I never tell her anything anymore. All our conversations are extremely superficial. The minute I tell her something deeper, she criticizes it. Calling her out on it doesn't help, but damn it, I'm so tired of it. Even if I lost the rest of my weight, she would find something new to criticize. It's a constant feeling of not being good enough. Ever, no matter what I try. Does anyone else deal with this? Yes. It's very, very annoying too when you're older like I am and you have moved out and you're in your own home. My mom criticizes everything that I do, from the way that I wash my dishes, to the way that I wash my laundry, to the way that I clean, to the way that I cook, to the way that I decorate my house. It doesn't matter what it is. My mom never has anything nice to say about anything. And I don't tell her anything. Just like this person said, I don't tell my mom anything anymore because all she does is criticizes everything. You know what's crazy? I feel like my mom would actually be upset if I told her this too, that she has become incredibly bitter and hateful and overly critical. I think that would upset her because her mom was also the same way, and she used to complain about her all the time. My grandma, her mother-in-law, also very negative, and she used to complain about that. And I feel like I should tell her, Mom, you've become that too. It can just get really hard to be criticized constantly in your house. And whenever I try to say something, my mom, again, she gets passive aggressive. She throws up her hand. She's like,
okay, sorry, I was just trying to help.
And she gets an attitude. And so that's why I feel like I can't talk to my mom about anything. I just let her say the things that she wants to say. And complaint number 5, the last one that I have, but certainly not the last one that I actually have, because again, this video would be like days long. You can go watch my first like 10 videos. They're all about how my mom drives me crazy. But the one thing, and this isn't so much now, you know what? It is a little bit now. I'll explain afterwards. The one thing that hurt the most, and still does, my parents crushed my hopes and dreams. Ever since I was a young child, I've always had dreams of being an actress. I would always do musicals, school plays, and even character cosplays. It's almost my 16th birthday, and so I wanted to actually take the next step. I saved $3,000, which is not easy to do at 16, to be able to take lessons and even be showcased to agents. My dad got angry with me and said it would be a waste of my money, and he refused to drive me to any filming locations if if I got an agent. My parents keep telling me it's not going to amount to anything for me. There's a million girls who look like me that they'll pick instead. Pretty much continuous statements about how it won't work out for me, so they refuse to even try to help me. I told them how hurt I was and even broke down crying in front of them. They didn't really care and just continued on about how they just don't want me wasting my time and money. Side note, if it matters, I was diagnosed with depression a couple years back, so mega not great. How can I get over this and move on? My advice for you, if you are in this position. Now, if you're a minor still living at home, you can take my words and apply them when you're not a minor living at home anymore, because you do have to rely on your parents. You just do. I will say this, as somebody who has had almost every single career dream crushed by her mother, stop giving a shit. Save your $3,000, and when you are capable of it, you go chase your dream. It doesn't matter how silly it sounds to anybody else. It doesn't matter if people think you can't do it, whatever. I don't care. I'm telling you that I believe in you. The only way to truly fail at something is to not try at all. That is like my mantra. I'm going to get that painted on the wall downstairs. There was so many things that I wanted to do as a career when I was growing up that my parents just flat out destroyed. I wanted to be an archaeologist. Something that my mom to this day still brings up. She seriously, just a couple weeks ago when I saw her, brought up how silly it was that I wanted to be one. I don't know why. She says like,
Can you imagine you trying to be an archaeologist?
and then she laughs and I'm like, what about it? Why, can you finish that? What's so funny about it? Of course, I never say anything because I'm terrified of my mom. My parents actually sat me down when I was 18, getting ready to graduate, and told me, look, we aren't going to help you do any of that. If that's what you want to do, you're going to have to do it on your own because we don't think anything will come of that. So naturally, because I didn't have anybody telling you what somebody should have been telling me was fuck your parents and chase your dreams, I got stupid jobs that I hated that didn't pay very much. I fell into really bad alcoholism because I felt so lost. Now, I will say I probably was like 25 or 26. So years after I had moved out of my parents' house, I was like, you know what? I don't know about archaeology anymore. I don't know why at the time I felt like I'm too old for that. I don't know. But they did offer an anthropology degree out here at UNLV. And I was going to do it. I was going to go for it. I was already planning the student loan and looking at FAFSA, all that kind of stuff. And I told my mom.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
And my mom said,
Why would you do that? How much does that pay? What kind of job would you get?
just again, all the questions that she asked me when I was younger, shooting down anything that I felt like finally gave me some direction and some identity. And I ended up not doing it because she talked me out of it. So I got stuck. And now looking back, I'm like, you know what? I could have done all those things. Maybe I would have failed at them. Maybe I wouldn't have been good at them, but now I'll never know. And I just wish I had somebody telling me, screw what your parents think and do it. Do it. See where this life takes you. You never know. And I had these dreams that I wanted to chase. I wanted to travel and I wanted to experience different cultures and just, I didn't want to live the way that my parents lived. And it's like, that's what my mom wanted for me. Chase your dreams. Don't let anybody tell you they're stupid because you never know what you're capable of. And I think that you're capable of great things. Nobody is promised tomorrow. And I just lost a family member very suddenly. No idea that it was going to happen. It just came out of the blue. You really never know what tomorrow holds. So embrace it and follow your dreams and live life to the fullest. You have my support. If you don't have anybody else's, at least know that you have mine. Okay, I'll stop being such a mom now. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys can relate to this a little bit. Again, let me know down below. Please, please, I live for crazy parent stories. So just let it out. Hell, maybe your comment will be in a future video. Thank you so much for coming to my therapy session. I love you guys. Until next time, I hope that your symptoms are low. I hope your magic is strong.